So in part two, we saw that Isaac countered Elaine's Amica cream so hard that she's afraid to use it again. She just puts that one back in her pocket, will not pull that back out for the rest of this cross-examination and potentially for the rest of this trial. So instead, she goes back to her alternative line of attack that she has already tested out and has not found a lot of success with, but it seems to be all she really knows what to do at this point. And that is to go back and challenge Isaac on the details of his recollection. But as we've already seen, Isaac has a very detailed recollection of minute details, down to hairstyle, color of a t-shirt, things of that nature. So he's perfectly equipped to just continue putting in some solid work in this middle round, continue to score points, continue to stay safe, and ultimately Elaine fails to make any progress in this round. Let's take a look.
And do you know whether she was wearing concealer, foundation, powder, or tint?
No.
Okay. Can you tell me what Amber's hairstyle was on the 23rd?
That's Monday. Like I said, when she knocks on my door, hands down.
So a couple things here. First, Isaac clarifies Monday. He's not going to get tripped up with what date are we talking about. He's not going to accept Elaine insisting on framing it in terms of numerical dates. He's got it in his mind, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what he's going to stick with. That's what he's going to clarify. Now, she's already asked him about this. He's already shown that he remembers it, but here she is repeating it and giving him an opportunity to demonstrate yet again, these are things I remember. This is consistent with what I told you the very first time you asked me this question. Isaac wins this exchange.
Okay. Can you tell me what she was wearing that day?
Not exactly, but if best of my recollection, pair of dungarees and a t-shirt.
Okay.
At the time when she knocked on my door to give me the key. If she went home to go change or something like that, I got no clue.
Okay. Do you remember what color the t-shirt was?
I think it might have been white, best of my recollection.
Look how relaxed Isaac is becoming with this line of questions. He's been very attentive, very respectful to Elaine. He's engaged, he's leaned forward, he's making sure that he hears the question that she asks. But by now, this is starting to be easy work. Might as well just settle back into that chair and wait for them to come because they're really not challenging at this point.
Do you remember what jewelry Amber had on?
Oh.
Okay, let's go to the next day, the Wednesday, and you've got all these people here.
Next day is Tuesday.
Not going to slip that past Isaac. Next day is Tuesday. So if you want to talk about the next day, we're talking about Tuesday, Elaine.
Okay, next day, Tuesday, is when you had the bunch of people coming together to her house the first time, right?
Right.
What was she wearing then?
You want to know something? I do remember of a women's beige long coat, kind of like a woman's, not a raincoat, but it could be similar to that. It was a beige, long, kind of looking like a business coat type of thing, the female version of a Columbo jacket.
Again, Isaac with the very specific recollection. And this one, he's so enthusiastic about it, he goes ahead and gets back into that lean forward posture. This is the type of detail that is coming across as extremely credible, extremely authentic. These are just flowing out of him. He's having to search for words to describe it. It's not quite a raincoat. It's kind of more of a female Columbo jacket, sort of business-like. But it's also a very specific thing to be calling out, a long beige coat. And what's really remarkable about this line of questioning is that so far we've seen no indication from Elaine's response that he has gotten a single detail of this wrong. Now, I don't know if she isn't prepared to be able to impeach him with photographs of Amber on these days, video from the Eastern Columbia building, anything at all that would call any of these details into question. But by not bringing anything forward, she's simply leaving it for the jury that what he is telling is completely accurate. They have no reason to think otherwise. He is delivering it in a very authentic, easy, enthusiastic way. So all this is really doing is just reiterating how credible Isaac is, because she's not trapping him in these details with what day. She's not confusing him about which day is which day. She's inviting him to be so descriptive. He's providing these extremely credible descriptions, and she's not challenging them at all. If I'm sitting on the jury, I'm convinced he's absolutely telling the truth, and he's completely remembering exactly what he saw her wearing.
Okay, and what was she wearing under it?
Oh, I have no clue.
And so when Elaine gets frustrated, this is a pattern that we'll start to see emerge early on and continue through the trial. She asked these kind of dumb questions. What was she wearing underneath her coat? I mean, if her coat was closed, I don't know how he would be expected to know what is underneath her coat, Elaine. This is up there with how much time have you spent with Amber in the bathroom in the morning? You see it on Isaac's face with the dismissal of this question. It's a dumb question. We all know you're frustrated, Elaine. Now the jury also knows that you're frustrated. And so you're asking these ridiculous things that are doing nothing to impeach him or undermine what he's saying.
Okay. And do you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
No.
Again, with the great facial expression. What jewelry was she wearing? No, I mean, why on earth would that matter? Why on earth would this be a detail that would be significant to the jury in evaluating whether he saw a bruise on her face or not? Clearly communicated, such an expressive guy. And what's great about it is he's just so natural. These are not things that he has rehearsed or that he is prepared to do. He comes across smooth-faced, perfectly comfortable, loose. He is just being Isaac Baruch. This is who he is. He is just naturally such a great witness.
Okay. Now, you said that on the 22nd that you kissed her on the cheek.
What day?
The 22nd, your birthday?
22nd, Sunday, yes.
Okay. So when you showed it the first time, you went like this, right? And then the next time when you said you did the kisses, you went like this. What's your typical way of kissing women when you greet them?
Now, this really didn't seem like a very effective demonstration to me, because it just doesn't really look like a big distinction here. She comes off as exaggerating the movements that he made, as though he went really hard to one side one time and then really hard to both sides the other time. But in all likelihood, the jury didn't really catch this. And so if it's something that they didn't pay attention to, this demonstration of an apparent inconsistency is really not going to resonate with them. It's another detail that, again, it's just not quite clear why Elaine thinks this would be a powerful impeachment, that he doesn't remember perhaps the exact manner in which he kissed her on the cheek, but that doesn't mean, therefore, there was a bruise that he didn't see.
or say goodbye?
I'm not understanding any of what you just did.
Okay, so when you, well, I'll just leave it at Amber. When you, I take it that you would regularly kiss Amber on the cheek when you used to say hello and to say goodbye?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And tell us how you did that.
Long pause. I don't know what you're getting at here, lady. What on earth do you mean? How do you normally kiss Amber? It's a kiss on the cheek. Are you getting at something? Maybe if there's a point to this, you should just get to that point, Elaine. He's stunned. He's completely baffled that this is what she's bringing. Very amusing.
Objection,
Could you
Your Honor.
show us how you did that?
Which time? Regularly? Oh,
Did you have a different way of kissing her on the cheek different times? Or did you have a general way that you would greet or say goodbye to Amber with kisses?
Regular, it's a regular, you give a peck on the cheek, goes, like you just touch cheeks and
Okay.
that's that.
So
And so then she allows him to do his own kissing demo, which I, again, just love the amusement that he has being able to do this. This is just yet another example of how if you don't know what his demonstration is, you really shouldn't invite him to do it. She has not established an inconsistency. He's just being allowed to, once again, show that he's a normal guy recounting normal things like a normal ass kiss on the cheek.
it's a pretty soft, it's kind of like almost a superficial one, or is it a really hard one on the cheek?
Is it a really hard one on the cheek? Oh, Elaine. If you wanted to make the point that she would have cringed, I guess, if it was a really hard kiss on her bruise and he would have noticed that. But if he didn't notice that, then it wasn't a hard kiss. It was just a normal soft kiss, or maybe it wasn't on her bruise at all. Where the hell is she going with this? This is like she's standing in the corner throwing her jabs. Like she's not even in Isaac's range trying to throw these things out. I am just as baffled as he is with where on earth this is going.
No, it's, you kiss someone on the side of the cheek. I don't know, pressure-wise, what kind of torque is there?
What kind of, did he say torque? Did he say torque on the cheek? I love this. Let's make it technical. Elaine, you want to get technical? Should we talk about the PSI of the suction? I mean, my God, this is a really good turnaround of this question and its ridiculousness.
I mean, is it just one of these little pecks, or is it much harder?
No, it's a regular. You touch, you touch and boink, and that's that.
Okay. So you think it was pretty hard? You peck her on the cheek pretty hard every time?
objection, Your Honor.
No.
Again. So you peck her on the cheek pretty hard? Well, that isn't what he said, Elaine. He's been saying repeatedly, it's just normal. It's just a normal kiss. He's demonstrated it for you multiple times now. You are the only person watching this who doesn't seem to get what Isaac has told you about this kiss. So she tries to slip in this leading question, like that's the aggression that she has. And look at Isaac just roll that one off. That one missed by a mile.
I'll sustain the objection if you want the next question.
Okay. You also showed that you did one like this. Did you ever do a two kiss when you greeted Amber? Two cheeks?
No, I'm not European. I'm from Brooklyn.
No.
No, you give, Europeans do the,
All right.
both sides. Sometimes you even three. Bam, 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 bam,
But you never did
no.
that.
No, no.
All right,
He gets to show that she's trying to characterize him as something that he's not. He gets to distinguish himself, Isaac Baruch, this normal guy who gives people normal kisses. He's not some European, okay? He knows how that is. And sometimes, which is the Belgian thing, incidentally, which I happen to know. I lived in Belgium as a teenager, and they do the 3-kiss thing. It can be exhausting sometimes. But why she allowed him to engage in this way and do these demonstrations that just draw out how likable he is. He continues to be cheerful throughout this entire process. He continues to explain what he means very specifically, resist her, trying to put words in his mouth, trying to trip him up. He has put in solid work in this round, and nothing that she has brought so far has landed. So this, frankly, is one of those rounds that it's when you get up and use the bathroom, get up and get another beer. It's not an exciting round. None of Elaine's attacks ever got off the ground. She continues to try to push forward, but she can't make any progress in establishing anything at all that really undermines Isaac. And the irony of it is that what she is doing is just drawing out his natural charisma and friendliness and letting him shine in front of the jury as a guy with a good temper and a great memory of the things that she's asking him about, consistently able to recall them up, associate them with the correct day and the correct incident. All of this has just added to Isaac's credibility in this round. Nobody really scored any hard knocks one way or the other, but it still solidly went to Isaac. He's the one who remained in control, and that's going to continue as we see going into the next round. This is still really easy work for him, but he's going to be able to showboat a little bit. Elaine is going to continue to bring these same tired lines of attack, but Isaac has seen them now. He's gotten comfortable with them, and so he's going to start taking advantage of the opportunity to really shine for the jury. Join me there.